Every day, one by one, I'm gonna try every recipe of Laura, starting from the very beginning. Come, join me on my challenge. Let's go! Hi everyone! My name is Ruta and welcome to the 51st day of my challenge, which actually is day 2 of my recreations of the previously skipped recipes, because apparently I'm on a treasure hunt mode, because I could find these ingredients which I couldn't find for a long time, and that happened totally by chance. I went to one of my favorite bakery shops here, and while browsing, like seriously, like in a movie, I noticed in the very corner of one shop, but like really think movie-like so... Okay, there were no spider webs, but they might as well have been there. So I noticed mini Fillo cups and I was like, yes, I can try mini baklava. So that's what I'm gonna try today. But before getting into the ingredients, I want to mention one little thing. This recipe calls for some toasted almonds and toasted walnuts. Yes, and toasted anything is kinda too complicated of a thing right here. So what I did, and this is actually a good tip if you are in a similar situation like me and cannot find toasted anything, or maybe you like making everything homemade. So what I did, well, okay, first I googled and then I've turned on my oven to preheat to 180 degrees. I've layered all of my nuts on a baking sheet which I lined with parchment paper, and I made sure that the nuts are in one even layer, and I've toasted them for 10 minutes. During this time I stirred a couple of times to ensure even browning, but that's that. And now my home smells so nice. So now let's go over the ingredients and let's get started. We're gonna need 12 mini Fillo cups, 30 grams of toasted walnuts, 40 grams of toasted almonds, 2 tablespoons of sugar divided into 1 and 1 tablespoon, half a tablespoon of melted butter, zest of 1/4 of a small orange, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of water, and 1 tablespoon of honey. I'm gonna actually skip the first step Laura says to do because, okay, first what it is. It's to preheat your oven to 180 degrees and toast your mini Fillo cups for around 5 minutes. And the reason why I kinda am afraid to do that is because I'm not using the exact same Fillo cups Laura uses, and mine are much, well, they look at least much lighter and airier, and I'm a bit afraid that in total baking time I'm just gonna burn them. So I'm gonna proceed to the next step, which is making the filling. And I'm gonna do in the same way Laura did. So I have my food processor ready with a blade attachment. And now, let's see, trying not to peek at the ingredients because I can't see them there. I'm gonna add to it the nuts, the 1 tablespoon of sugar, the butter, the salt, cinnamon, and the orange zest. Good. And I'm gonna pulse until I get coarse crumbs. If you have a mini cupcake tin, you should place your mini Fillo cups into that, but as I don't have one, I figured I'm just gonna use my normal cupcake tin. So I'm gonna place them here, and then I'm gonna fill them up with around 1.5 teaspoons of this awesome smelling filling. And now into the oven for 10 minutes. In the meantime, let's make the syrup. So I'm gonna take all of the remaining ingredients, water, sugar, vanilla extract, and the honey. I'm gonna add them to this pan. It's not a saucepan, but oh well. And on medium heat, I'm gonna bring to a boil. Once boiling, I'm gonna reduce the heat to medium-low, and I'm gonna simmer for another 5 minutes. Okay, and now I'm gonna let it cool for 2 minutes. I've transferred my syrup into this little glass thingy so that it would be easier to scoop with a spoon, but I have really little of it left. What I should do now, I should take 1 teaspoon and pour all over every single baklava. And then there actually should be left enough for a second round, but it's really very little. So I took a half teaspoon and I'm now praying that it's enough because I think I'm gonna have to make some more. Yeah, so I definitely need some more of the syrup, so let's make it. Okay, so here we go again. I've decided to make a double of what I just did, so I have 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of honey, and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Bring to a boil and then simmer for 5 minutes. Okay, and now I'm gonna let it rest again for 2 minutes. Now it looks like it might be enough. Okay, so I've put for these 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm gonna put another 1/2 teaspoon. I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon and then make a second round of 1 teaspoon. It should be 2 teaspoons in total. And now the second round. And the reason why you make first 1 teaspoon and then again the second one, you give them time, not them, but you give the syrup time to kind of sink in and settle in a bit. So look, it's again not enough. Oh well, it's a triple portion for a 1/2 portion of mini baklavas, and I will still have a couple of them. Okay, 1 will be totally left alone. I'll be sure to update the ingredients. So now I'm gonna let them cool down here on the counter for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna put them to the fridge for 2 hours. When you're waiting for so long, you kind of forget what you were doing in the first place. But now 2 hours have passed, I've taken them out from the fridge, and I'm really curious to try it because before coming to Iran, I did live in Turkey for 3 years and I'm no stranger to baklava. So, okay, from just looking at it, it looks nothing like baklava, but maybe the taste will be similar, I don't know, but it does look tasty. Okay, come little one. But they look cute. I like many things. Okay. Oh. Okay, they're really tasty. This is like a nutty, syrupy, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, look at it. it's a nutty, syrupy dessert. And of course, if my Fillo cups were a bit nicer looking, they would look even fancier. But, well, except for the nuts, I don't really feel any resemblance to the real baklava. But it's really good anyways. Oh well, I was really curious about this one, and the orange zest, as nice as it is, like the citrusy feel to it, but you don't really feel it in baklava. And it does look totally different than these ones. So this is a really nice dessert. It's well, it's easy to make. If you have guests, you can make really a lot. You just have to make a little bit in advance because they do need to kind of cool down so that the syrup would settle in. But yeah, I don't know. I'm now thinking, no, this is not baklava. Oh well, so but this is a nice dessert. I really like it, especially if I could find nicer Fillo cups. They would look like quite a fancy dessert, which I think everyone would probably think I bought from somewhere because it does look kind of fancy. But anyways, oh, and by the way, about the syrup, I just remembered because it was so long ago, I feel like. I did need to make a triple in total portion of the syrup to have enough of it to pour all over the Fillo cups. So, okay, if you know baklava, this is not that, but it's a really nice dessert which I would really recommend trying. So if you want, you can go and check the original recipe by Laura, and the written one is in the description box. I will update the syrupy part, or at least I will put some note there. And I really hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the day. Bye!